Don't just live for tomorrow, or just live in yesterday. Just be glad for all you have that's in today. And though you've come through many obstacles.
Hey everyone, Connie here, and welcome to my first impressions reaction to episode 1 of Beck, Mongolian Chop Squad. So this is a series that, funny enough, I've actually owned for a very short time in the past. Let me explain. At Youmacon, I believe 2019, I believe it was the 2019 one, I was hosting a panel, a Name That Theme panel, and I needed prizes. So I was at this anime garage sale thing they have on the very first day of the convention, and I saw that, and it was for fairly cheap. It was the DVD set of Beck, Mongolian Chop Squad. It was fairly cheap. I had a little bit of extra money at the moment, so I got it. Specifically got it as a prize. So I don't know if it was the next day, which would have been Friday, or if it was Saturday, but either way, by the end of that weekend, I no longer had it anymore because I gave it away as a prize in that panel. But I did actually own this for a very short time. But I have never seen it. It's a series that I know very little about. All I know about it is that it's a music series. And I've seen the opening. I've seen the opening a number of times. I actually really love the opening to this series. And so I know what some of the character designs look like. And there's also like something that looks like some kind of Franken dog or something. So I don't know what's going on there, but I guess we'll find out. So yeah, I don't really know what to expect going into this. I've always kind of wanted to check it out, just never have. Based on the opening and everything, from what I remember from the last time I watched it, it looked almost like they were in like some kind of like desert area or something. Like remember that one series I did a reaction to? I can't think of the name of it now. Oh my god. There's this one series I did a reaction to that had the robot characters in it. There's the robot girl and everything, Sam. I can't think of the name of the series for the life of me now. But that kind of took place in a lot of desert-like areas too, and so it kind of makes me think of that, or maybe, I don't know. I don't want to like try to guess something completely out of left field, like something like just a straight up post-apocalyptic kind of situation or anything like that. That would be a little much. But I mean, I don't know. It looked very like just barren. So it's hard to say. Like I just may not have had enough context. The opening may be going for a very stylistic look with it. I don't know. And the opening theme song also like says something along the lines of like we're gonna rock in America or something like that. I don't remember exactly what it says. It's been a little bit since I've seen / heard the song and everything, and the theme and the opening. But it says something about America. And so I'm wondering if this takes place in America at all. And to that regard, I don't know if I have the dub or sub downloaded. Because I downloaded a bunch of stuff for First Impressions reactions a while back. And I just don't remember which one I downloaded, so that's going to be fun to find out too. So yeah, this is definitely the most prepared I've been for a First Impression reward, or First Impression reaction, as you can tell. I'm calling it a reward. That should be enough of it. A hint that, yeah, no, I'm not prepared at all. I don't know what I'm going through. I don't know what's going on here. Yeah, I just don't know what to expect from this, and I'm hoping it ends up being pretty good. we've had some pretty good first impressions reactions. We're even currently reacting to one with Chucky, so we'll see how this goes. Um, let's just get this going and hope for the best. So when the screen fades black, pause this redirect and go to the description below. Follow the link to the reaction, and after you watch it, come back here to the redirect and resume play. Because after it fades black and then fades back in, everything from that point forward will be my afterthoughts and will contain spoilers to the episode. So, that being said, just as a reminder as well before we begin, for those who don't know, a first impressions reaction basically means I'll check it out, check out the first episode or two, and if I decide I like it enough, we will continue reacting to it at some point in the future. Otherwise, we will just not. But either way, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you at the reaction. And we are back, and we'll begin with spoilers in 3, 2, 1, now. It was okay. It feels like a very slow burn start. Like this is very much just the type of series that's going to really take a bit to really kick off, and I don't think that's great for a reaction series. I'm not saying anything was altogether bad. Nothing about this was necessarily bad, but I will say it was boring at times. There were some parts of this that were just really slow and boring and kind of hard to just sit through because not much of anything was happening. But the moments that really did stick out. The music in this, for example, the soundtrack was great. A lot of great rock stuff in here. The moments with the English speaking and everything was fucking hilarious. Just the way they were pronouncing and enunciating words and everything, and just it was great. It was so funny. Like, you can't take those thugs too seriously when they speak like that. But yeah, there's a lot of fun moments. The main character is likable enough, but his entire conflict of like, I'm 14 and I don't know what I'm doing with my life. It's like, you're 14. Of course you fucking don't know what you're doing with your life. You're a middle schooler. Maybe that's a thing for Japanese culture. I do know in Japanese culture a lot of you do tend to plan things out a little more from what I've heard, and because of that, like a lot of Japanese students, like even at that point, will already be thinking about like jobs and college and stuff post graduation from high school and all. So maybe that's just a cultural thing, but it's like you're 14. You're not going to have your life put together. You're not going to know what you're doing with your life yet. Again, maybe it's just a cultural thing. Maybe they just do in Japan at that age. I don't know. But it's like, what? And there's this story within it about how he and this girl were like friends through a calligraphy class when they were young and kind of got split up just once the class shut down, and are now kind of reuniting, and like through bowling and stuff they kind of reconnected, and it's like this kind of story is like kind of cute and fun. She seems a little airy. I don't know how else to put it. Like, she's not ditzy or anything like that. I wouldn't call her weird. She just seems to have her head in the clouds. Like, she's just kind of fluttering from one place to the next. Like, even like when they're getting out of school and all, it's like, I have the address to this dude's house, and she's, oh, let's so we're gonna go visit him. And he's like, wait, right now? And then she's just already walking, and it's like, oh, okay. She's kind of just seems to be like kind of going with the flow and everything. So she has a very interesting personality in that regard. I do like how our main character, like once he actually starts having fun and gets going and everything, can actually kind of get a little sassy almost. Like with the bowling thing, it's like, uh, she's like, "See, didn't my advice help you?" And he's like, "Oh no, that's just me. I'm just that talented." And it's like, really now, you go there when you get like confident and have fun. Okay. The other guy, Ryusuke, he was the most interesting character in this for sure. He speaks English pretty fluidly, but he also has this like Franken dog called Beck, who he apparently adopted alongside the guitarist from a famous band in America. Um, and so I'm definitely wanting to know more about that. But we also see that he's very dedicated to his band, as evidenced by him breaking up with his girlfriend due to, as I guess he put it, not having time, which is really rude. And it's like you don't do that. Though to be fair, if you're with someone who is putting their band or whatever before you, then you should be honestly relieved if they dump you because let's be honest, they're bad for you and you deserve better than that. And we don't know the full story with Ryusuke yet, so it's hard to truly say like if there could have been more to it or whatnot. We don't know. He seems like a pretty nice guy and everything, even sticking up for our main character and whatnot on during that big confrontation and all. He doesn't seem like a bad guy, though pulling out the fake gun and threatening the thugs with it was a little bit much. It's like, my dude, are you okay? But this might kind of be part of the point. Like maybe he's like not the best influence, and he's going to kind of bring our main character into this world of rock and roll and shit, where it's like, oh yeah, this is not. This is going to like encapsulate the standard idea of rock and roll. The debauchery and all of that jazz. Maybe that's where it's going to go. But like I said, this is not the best series for reactions. Because of it being a slow burn like this and being kind of boring at parts, I wasn't enjoying reacting to this. While I was fine with the episode in itself and the content in and of itself, I think I would rather watch this on my own time if I'm going to watch it than to actually react to it. I'm not saying I outright hate it or anything. I'm not saying I dislike it even, but it's not something I feel like I want to react to. But at least I checked it out. At least I gave it a chance. And like I said, I don't think it was bad, and it's definitely worth continuing to check out. Just I think it would be better to do that on my own time. So tell me in the comments below, what did you think of this first episode of Beck Mongolian Chop Squad? And if you have any suggestions for future stuff, just one way or the other, whether you wish to donate for it, whether you have suggestions for just stuff for me to think about in general, let me know down below. But either way, thank you all so much for tuning in, and for now, I'm Connie and I'm signing off. See y'all next time.